Welcome to this week's Ask Elaine. You know this lady. Debra, our top tucker.
I did not invent this, Elaine, okay? I definitely didn't.
Okay, so today, of course, we're going to benefit from Debra's knowledge on tucking garments. She brought it to prominence with us at Shepherd's and illustrated all the benefits that tucking a top can do. So, of course, we're going to talk about proportion. We're going to talk about volume plays as well. Debra, you're petite.
5'3" and a size 2 generally.
Okay, so we're going to talk about proportions on petite, where to add volume, and how to work with a streamlined silhouette without a lot of extra shape to it, right? And a smallish bust line. But there's going to be something for everyone
Yeah,
and a lot of fun too.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. Sweater season is upon us. What do you feel about this look, these proportions?
So, as much as I love my slim sherry jeans and they are a staple in my wardrobe, with this sweater, I feel it's not in proportion. I feel they're too skinny for the bulkiness of the sweater, and I feel like I'm a lot bigger on the top than I am at the bottom.
So what kind of tuck are you going to give us for this?
So, I think a tuck would help a little bit because it would take away some of the volume from the top, but I wouldn't do like a big half tuck here because of the thickness of the fabric or the fullness of the fabric.
Yes.
I would just do a small tuck in the pocket just to give it a slight difference, and I think that helps right away. It changes the proportions a little bit.
Yes.
And I think this would help too,
Yes.
ruching up the sleeve. And now already I feel this is not so voluminous on the top and takes away from my skinny legs maybe.
It's almost like a legging, right?
Yes.
It is that skinny
Yeah.
jean. And so, okay, so let's add a little more volume on the on the bottom to balance out the tuck.
Yeah, let's do it. So now, Elaine, I think we've switched to a girlfriend jean, which is not got as much width to it as a wide leg or a boyfriend jean, but it
Yes.
still has more width than a slimmer jean, and I think just balances it out a little bit better.
The cuff adds a little bit of strength and width as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I know it cuts the line of the leg in one way, but it really adds that extra oomph that
Yeah.
balances out what's happening here.
So yes, these jeans do still have a place in my wardrobe, and I will wear them frequently like this, where I find they're a little bit more modern. I like this oversized blazer look with it.
Yes.
Cuffed it up a little bit, sneakers, and this fun bag to just add a pop of color.
Because you're not a jewelry person.
True.
So this is your necklace. This is your bracelet. This is your big earring. All contained in a bag.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. I didn't even realize that was the reason, but that is the
That
reason.
is the reason. And I like what you did here at the neckline.
Yeah.
You popped up the color of this blazer.
Like a menswear kind of a look, right? And I
Yes.
think that's
Great.
fairly modern, and I would definitely wear this like this.
Now, a little more volume here throughout, and we're seeing this a lot on TikTok, where the volume of the blazer, and then some of the ladies will do a big voluminous pant too.
Yeah.
So you're modifying it for your height
And
right?
my size.
and your
Yeah.
size. It's a great day when we find a crop pant that really works on all shapes and sizes. This is what we found with this new Ponte pant from Joseph Ribkoff. Your feelings on this pant?
I love it. I love the weight of it. I think a crop pant is always useful in your wardrobe because it can take you to at least 3 seasons depending on the weight of it. Sneakers, boots, shoes, sandals would all work with it.
This is what is not working, and I have just had an aha moment provided by you, Debra, on this t-shirt. Not all t-shirts are created equal, so we all love a white t-shirt. I know you have a selection
Yeah.
in your wardrobe. Well, what's happening here with this V neckline?
A V-neck like this shortens the length between the V and my waist. So I feel it makes me look shorter. Whereas even if you just see if I pull it up,
Yes. Oh my
you
gosh.
can see
Look at
how
this.
much longer that is, right? And then I feel elevated in it. I feel
Yes.
taller in it. Whereas this, again, this length makes me short. That's all you see of my torso.
Absolutely. You know, as we always say, the eye will stop and take into account wherever a seam ends. So you're right here. And then the sleeve is not helping either.
Exactly.
Too
Yeah.
close to the waist. So it's creating this kind of
This-
shortened
Yeah.
area
Yeah,
here.
a very boxy, short
Boxy.
area.
Let's just show, if I may.
Oh, absolutely.
This is my job, Deborah.
Thank you.
So we're going to, and we do this in every video, we work with
Yeah.
the sleeve. Right now, if you just compare, you see how the eye's jumping a little more, and that's what we want instead of it staying
Yeah.
stagnant.
Yeah. And again, you see more of my length of my arm or my hand.
Yes.
And that kind of also makes me feel a little bit taller.
Now let's play with this pant because it really is a good pant. Let's show you some style ups. Volume on volume, we did play around with the accessories here to get it right.
Yes, we did, because I do love this trouser and I want to make it look its best, right?
Yes, you've got your high neckline. We do have, you ruched up the sleeve automatically, and then you did the Debbie tuck and a belt.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the belt?
I do love the belt because I think it brings shape to this volume on volume look, right? It kind of narrows it down here, so you focus on the little belt buckle that you see.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, it is a focal point, right?
It's a focal point. This is where we're working with architecture, softness, and a very strong wide leg architectural, thank you, leg to the pant. Neutral shoe, of course, always works.
Always works, yeah. And this is such a nice combination, the grays and the creams. I think it always works.
This top I selected for you because it's a faux wrap, and it kind of almost recreates the idea of the Debra tuck,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. And this is not something, to be honest, I would have selected. But I think your selection has been great for more reasons than one.
Well, wonderful. I know you love the pencil skirt.
Yes, I do.
The Joseph Ripkoff pencil skirt. We often introduce this in our body shape videos because it can work for different shapes. In terms of the styling here, this is Debra's styling. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I wanted to keep it minimal because I think this is a very polished look. It's very simple. It bases itself in simplicity. This is it draws your attention there. So I've just added a pair of little gold earrings. I like the boot with it because I think it makes it modern.
Yes.
And I do like, I have added just a little knee high, a black knee high. It doesn't have to be a full length tight because it just keeps it all sleek and simple. No other accessories because I tried something and it didn't work, and I feel it should work perfectly with this, otherwise there's too much happening.
Yes.
And I like the fact that you put me in this.
I love what you did with your hair as well. So you're you're allowing this neckline to
Yes.
speak on its own, a strong angled. And you know, Deborah, we've seen this kind of crossover top on a strongly busted person as
Yeah.
well. It defines the bust, and so it works conversely. For you, it accentuates the curves here
I could take it to a summer look and it'll look completely different, right?
with the different footwear. Right. One of the issues that petites encounter, Debra, and you've told me this, is that sometimes you fall in love with a piece, but it's just a little big, voluminous in the wrong places.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's one of these looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to say I don't mind it, but I'll tell you what I did. To start off with, like, this is slightly big on me. Just by pulling it a little further back,
Ah, yes.
I find it kind of works better on me. And the other thing I would do, of course, is to completely tuck it in.
Okay.
So
Let's
let's
try
try that. The other thing I do is I sometimes will pull my skirt up higher,
Yes.
so it kind of shows along the leg. And you can see it if I go down, then my torso looks bigger and my legs shorter.
Yes.
The moment I go up there, I feel
That empire waist
Yeah.
really works.
Yeah.
It really, really works.
Yeah.
What do you think about a belt here?
yeah.
Let's try one.
This is nice too. I think
It's
the belt,
nice.
Yeah.
Can we try the good old elastic
Sure.
band trick on the sleeves?
Yeah.
Catch.
There we go. In high heels too.
In high heels. We're going to give it a soft, drapey look
Yeah.
all
Love it.
around. So volume and then
Yeah.
sleek and slender.
I do love it.
It's lovely.
And I do love this top.
Thank you, Deborah. Always a pleasure to play with fashion with you. Hope that this segment has been informative. And as always, we would love your information, your suggestions, and ideas for upcoming segments. And we'll see you soon. Ciao for now.